When it comes to what your family eats and drinks, you know your choices matter. You're the expert because you know what fits your life. And getting it right starts with good information. That's why America's beverage companies are sharing more information about our ingredients at goodtoknowfacts.org. No spin, no judgments, just the facts straight from the experts for more than 140 beverage ingredients. Visit goodtoknowfacts.org.
And I did a 45-minute walk, and I did my lift, and I'm walking out at 10:15, just fucking energized and on a high, and also so impressed with every male and female in there working out, no matter what time it was.
I think a lot of people are so stuck in that overnight quick fix type of a mentality. But if you don't change your lifestyle to something that you can do that's sustainable every single day, you will never maintain your weight loss. It will not happen overnight. Consistency is key. If you put in the work, you will get the results.
That gym was full, man. There's people chasing their fucking dreams.
I love it.
It was awesome, dude. And that part for mental health for me too, like that also lifts me up because I see other people doing it. What is up, everybody? We're back with another episode of Determined Society. I am your host, Sean French, and once again, I have with me a high-level guest, Dr. Ricky Brown. He's the founder of Brown Plastic Surgery. He's a double board certified in general surgery, plastic surgeon, and trauma and critical care. He's a breast and body specialist. He's been married to his wonderful wife for 17 years, and he has two handsome twin boys that are 13 years old. Ricky Brown, man, welcome to the show, dude.
Thanks for having me, brother. Appreciate it. All the accolades. Check it out.
Dude, it's you, man. It's your story. You wrote it. You must have been in school since you were 5.
I jokingly tell people I'm in 30th grade. If you add it all together, I think that's 30th grade.
Sometimes my wife asks me, she goes, how fucking old are you? And I go, I think 30. And I'm actually I'm bored. Like in 2 months, I turn 45. So it's a real big knock on me. It's almost 15. It's a 15-year gap.
You want to talk scary? I'm turning 53 this year.
No shit, man.
Yeah.
You look good, dude.
Thanks, bro.
Fucking lean, fucking happy. Out
Pulling
there killing
heavy
it.
Still putting all the 25-year-olds to shame at the gym.
Dude, it's funny. I'm finally getting back in this shape where I can really push some weight and have some damn endurance to me.
Yeah.
And I'll look around, I'll see these 20-year-olds. These are the motherfuckers that walk around and their only job is to look good. These are the look gooders. Like I'm sitting there thinking like, okay, like do you go to class? Like, what are you doing with your life? Because like they'll have their meal prep in their bags and shit. And I'm like, man, come on, dude. Like,
dude, it's crazy. Like I had a total hip replacement 5 months ago. And this morning, like, I'm holding back. We're maxing this week because we've been doing some strength stuff for the past 6 weeks. So we're maxing our deadlifts, front squats, and strict press or push press. And I pulled like 405 on Monday for my deadlift. And, I'm like, my max is 500. And that was last year this time. And this morning, I think our front squat at 255 and which one reps or whatever, but still like I'm looking around and people are like PRing at 255 and I'm like, yeah, I'm holding back.
I'm holding back, motherfuckers. This isn't even me. No, dude, it's cool. I saw that one of your favorite modalities is what? CrossFit, and you just got into jiu-jitsu about a year ago, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, CrossFit. I found CrossFit shortly after I got out of training. I was obese. I was like 200 pounds. And so I kind of just started running and losing weight on my own. But then I got so lean, I had no muscle mass. And a buddy of mine who was a CrossFit coach is like, are you ready to get physically fit? He's like, you should come by and check out CrossFit. So I went and checked it out and immediately fell in love with it. The concept of, I love lifting weights, but also like cardio. So those two things grabbed me because you could kind of do both at the same time. And I know that CrossFit is kind of a bad word for a lot of people, but for me, for 13 years now, or 10 years, I've been doing it 10 years. I love it, but I do some hiking, I do some CrossFit, and just started jiu-jitsu a year ago.
I think CrossFit, I don't think CrossFit has a bad name. I think when it first came out, all those people that were doing CrossFit, it was really douchebaggy, right? They're like, well, I'm CrossFit. Like all these motherfuckers, the only thing they talked about was CrossFit to anybody. And they would bring their little rings and try to hang on trees. No joke. My former brother-in-law would literally bring his rings to family gatherings and say, hey guys, watch this. And he would do like the gymnast pose out there. I'm like, I'm never doing CrossFit if that's the shit I'm going to see. Cause like, why do you have it here? It's fucking Easter.
Yeah.
Like, what are we
Like,
doing?
just stop.
Just come on, man. I
Yeah.
get
I
it.
mean,
I get
it's
it.
not like that. I
Yeah.
feel like if people find the right gym,
Yeah.
it's such great high intensity training. And I think
Mhm.
I have stepped back and I only do it a few times a week, whereas I used to do it 4 or 5 days a week. And now I do it 3 times a week. I do jujitsu several days a week and I hike
Mhm.
now and again. And mixing it up has been just great for me to find my body's not hurting. I get enough
Mhm.
CrossFit and enjoyment out of that, but then I get to try some other things like jujitsu that is really intriguing and fun.
Dude, it's awesome, man. Being so busy like yourself, plastic surgeon, husband, father, and still, dedicating the time to put in for yourself. I want to get into that a little bit,
Yeah.
but then I want to dive deep into kind of how I found you and, where I started engaging in your content. And it just really, I really love it, to be quite honest with you. I'm in medical as well.
Yeah. And I
Um,
appreciate that.
Dude, well, yeah, I'm just not some jackass on social that's looking at, like, oh, like, look at this cool stuff. Like, no, man, like, my favorite cases to be in have always been in plastic surgery. Like, always, always, always.
Yeah.
The most boring is the general. It's like, okay, if I see another fucking cholecystectomy, I'm gonna stab my goddamn eyes out. This is fucking boring,
I
right?
hear you.
But no, dude. So you're a busy guy, and a part of my show and the guests I have on, they're not not busy, right? But they always take care of themselves and they find ways to really give back to themselves. And I think the biggest problem with people in America right now is everybody's looking for the fucking excuse to
Yep.
not, run the mile, not lift the weights, not take care of themselves. Give the audience a little bit about that journey, because as you said, you were overweight and you had to prioritize.
So, you're about to make a trade based on a friend's text. But which you do you listen to? Is it, "Oh, we could buy a house in Tulum"? Get optioning those options. We could lose everything. Or, let's do a little research. Get your head in the trade and make the investment decision that's right for you. Learn more at finra.org/trade smart.
When did making plans get this complicated? It's time to streamline with WhatsApp, the secure messaging app that brings the whole group together. Use polls to settle dinner plans. Send event invites and pin messages so no one forgets Mom's 60th. And never miss a meme or milestone. All protected with end-to-end encryption. It's time for WhatsApp. Message privately with everyone. Learn more at whatsapp.com.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Listening to this podcast? Smart move. Being financially savvy? Smart move. Another smart move? Having State Farm help you create a competitive price when you choose to bundle home and auto. Bundling, just another way to save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Right. And you had to find a way to get fit and get healthy for not just yourself, but your family.
Yeah, I think you have to figure out your why and your purpose. And what became very apparent to me was my wife was pregnant with our twin boys and I was overweight. And I looked down the road at not being able to do physical things with them that I wanted to do, number one. Number two, just personally not feeling good in my body. And I'd never been that way. I ran 5 marathons when I was in residency and I somehow stayed active, but I wasn't lifting weights. And towards the end, I got really heavy. And I think for me, I just decided that I'm not living this way anymore. So that was number one. Number two, I think what a lot of people don't realize is the mental health that I get from exercise is far more than the physical benefits that I'm getting. While that is really important and living in a healthy body is very important, what's really important too is that it just clears my mind. The endorphin rush, the hitting a PR at whatever age you're at, pushing yourself to limits you've never done before. It's so much about mental health as well. And that's been huge for me.
Man, I can speak to that. And it's always a ramp up, right? So when you first start, if you've been stagnant, after day one in the gym, like you bend over, your gut's hanging over your fucking underwear and your underwear
Awful.
flaps over. It's the most awful feeling in the world. And there's people listening right now, like either they're there right now, Well, if you're there right now, you picked a good episode to listen to.
Yep.
Listen to all the other ones too. Or you're coming out of that, or you've been out of that for a very long time. The mental health aspect and feeling good about yourself in your own body is something as a sliding scale, in my opinion. Like week 1 or week 2, you're feeling great. You're not seeing much difference in pictures or progress pics or anything like that. But you lose weight from here down, right? And you start to really feel better in your clothing. You start to walk a little higher. There's something psychologically that goes on there that I think people a lot of times give up too soon because they can't see that finished product yet. And what they don't realize is it's like, dude, it didn't take you, 3 weeks to get here. You fucking think it's going to take you 3 weeks to fix it? Like we're talking about decades sometimes, right, Ricky? Like for myself, my most recent journey, like I fell back hard over the last year or two and I've had to refocus it. Right. So that my dogs are going crazy. They just have to be in the podcast. Can you hear them?
I love that.
Stop barking. But the funny thing is like
Hercules, be quiet.
Dude. And they're like these little, like a fucking Shih Tzu and a mini Labradoodle. And I don't know what they're doing back there. If they're barking at the wind or the pool ripples, I don't know what it is, but they think they're tough. But I have to check myself at times, right? It's like, man, this is going slow. So I'm like, wait a second. This has been like the last year and a half. I haven't really been dedicated to my nutrition.
Yeah. And you hit it, man. Like I think a lot of people are so stuck in that overnight quick fix type of a mentality where they pick these weird fad diets that aren't sustainable long-term. And that's what drives me crazy. Like when we say that diets don't work, yes, you can lose weight on a fad diet. You can absolutely do that. But if you don't change your lifestyle to something that you can do that's sustainable every single day, you will never maintain your weight loss. And so what people have to realize, like you said, man, I've been working out most of my whole life, but the past 10 years, I have not stopped. And my body didn't just change overnight, but I did start to see change after 2 to 3 months of consistency. And I enjoy working out. A lot of people don't. You probably do too. Like I enjoy the endorphin rush. I enjoy sweating and I enjoy being on the floor and I can't breathe at times, just from going so hard.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that every day, but people just need to understand that it will not happen overnight. Consistency is key. If you put in the work, you will get the results.
I had to get a late workout in last night. Got done with work. It was a long day in the field and it was just like, I felt like I was getting my fucking teeth kicked in everywhere.
Yeah.
And I had to be out there early. So my morning workout routine plus getting the kids ready, I was like, okay, something's going to have to give. I'm going to have to go to the gym tonight. So I didn't get there till like 8:30 in the evening. And I did a 45-minute walk and I did my lift and I'm walking out at 10:15, just fucking energized and on a high and also so impressed with every male and female in there, like, working out no matter what time it was.
Yeah.
Like that gym was full, man. There's people chasing their fucking dreams.
I love it.
It was awesome, dude. And that part for mental health for me too, like that also lifts me up because I see other people doing it. Right. And to me, I'm sitting there thinking the whole time, Ricky, I was like, man, this is really hard right now. Like I looked at my watch at one point. I'm like, fuck, it's 9:45.
Yeah.
I'm not going to see my wife. Like she's going to be out cold. I'm sure the 4-year-old's going to run in the bedroom. So I'm going to be stuck on the couch tonight. I guess I'll binge watch Suits. Right. Like,
oh
whatever.
My God. My wife and I are watching that show. I'm obsessed.
Dude, I'm obsessed. Is this the first time you watched it?
Yes. We're on like season 6. We've power watched it over like the past month.
So fucking good, dude.
I just got to where he got out of prison.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Yeah. It's so cool, man. It's such a good show. But I was like, okay, fuck it. I'll just do it. But, I didn't get to bed until like 2 and I was up at 6 back in the gym. And for me, it was okay because like I had that high when I went to bed, like when I got done at night. And then I knew today was going to be a little rough because I was going to have a lack of sleep. But the benefit of the endorphin rush and the mental health, just to know that just not like my body's working better, but to also know that fucking discipline, man.
Yeah.
That discipline is there again. It's, it's that mental toughness or whatever buzzword anybody wants to use. But the bottom line is I'm not coming off of what I said I'm going to do. Whereas a lot of times, not a lot of times, but there's times in my life where I have, and I think everybody has been there.
Oh yeah.
But it just takes that one decision.
I think it's important for people to realize that you're not going to be perfect either. Like you're going to have times where you slip up with your meal plan, or you're going to have times where you're not able to get a few workouts in like you had been. And that whole, I can't stand, I'm going to start back on Monday. Oh,
fuck
no,
that.
you're going to start back like tomorrow. That's
Yeah,
okay.
or
That
the
you
next
slipped.
meal.
Yeah, start back tomorrow. Don't wait till Monday. It's like, don't screw the pooch for the next 4 days just because it has to start on a Monday. Like, no one's perfect, man. Like,
That's
I
a cop-out,
recently slipped
dude.
off the wagon, kind of been eating more sugar than I should and wasn't feeling good. And then I redialed it in, and literally after 2 weeks of dialing it in, I was like, I'm back. I feel great.
Yeah. Yeah. I think a lot of people too, and they say Monday because it gives them more time to fuck up.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's like, okay, I'm going to take some heat off of myself and I'm just going to wait till Monday. When the reality is like, we had pizza night on Sunday night, right? Pizza night used to look a lot different in this household. Okay. In my standpoint, I used to get these Jets pizzas and I would have like 4 of the fucking corners. All right. And you're talking probably like 1,500 calories just in pizza, maybe more. Now, my kids had pizza and I had 1 or 2. I had 2 pieces.
Yeah.
I was like, fine. And then, before I went to bed, I had my protein shake and I was good.
Yeah.
I'm not depriving myself, because I think the biggest problem with fitness and nutrition is that on social media, people are sold a bill of goods that they have to be 100% perfect in everything that they do in order to look like that airbrush version or that edited version of that model on Instagram. Male or female, doesn't matter. It's all bullshit, right?
Totally.
And then you see them in fucking person. You're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Like, you're not even the same person. So, but the awareness to know that, like, okay, if I have 2 pieces of pizza, I'm not a bad person. I just need to get back on it the next meal, not wait till Monday, like literally the next meal. There's no sense in guilting yourself to a point where you make this a miserable experience. And I think that's where a lot of people are, man.
Yeah, I mean, and the people cut too much out at one time too when they're trying to get started, right? So like if they're having 5 sodas a day and they're eating kind of crap, they're like, oh, I'm going to cut this out and cut this out and cut this out. And then all of a sudden they're like, this sucks. I can't do it. I tell people like, look, if you drink 5 sodas a day, just start with maybe drinking 2 a day. Do that for a couple weeks.
Do they lose like 5 pounds
too? And then maybe like 2 weeks down the road, you go, all right, I'm going to cut McDonald's runs out. And you slowly cut out a few things over time, and then slowly the caloric intake is less and less, and you're creating a calorie deficit, and you're good to go. So I think people jump in like they have to make it this miserable experience. And then that's why I think a lot of people fail, is they get this deprivation attitude. Like, I've got to cut all this crap out. Well, yeah, ultimately you might have to, but do it slowly, like wean yourself so it's doable.
They don't go from fucking 0 to 100. Like, that's why people... I mean, I've been there, guilty as charged. Like, I mean, for those of you that listen, I'm not preaching to the choir. I am preaching to the choir here, like, or whatever the fucking saying is. There was moments where I would sit in bed at night and I would be in so much pain. I was so hungry and I would go to sleep.
Yep.
I don't think that's healthy either. Like, to sit there and say, like, I've starved myself all day and, I'm staying at 1,500 calories. Like, dude, my daughter's like recommended calorie intake is 1,500. I'm a grown ass man. I'm a whole fucking man, dude. Like, no, 2,300 to 2,500 calories, dude.
Well, a lot of people calorie restrict way too much, and they don't realize that if you restrict too much, your body holds on to everything you give it, and you can't lose weight. So there's that point too, where I think people miss the boat.
Yeah,
got to eat to lose.
But I want to get into it, man. Like, I love where this conversation's going. You and I are cut from the same cloth here. I love plastic surgery, man, and I think one of the things, my friend Gia McCool.
Yeah.
And, she's the one that told me, like, hey, you got to follow, Rick Brown on social media. You got to have him on your show. And this was like a year ago. I was like, all right, absolutely. I look at your content, I'm like, fuck, man, this is some good shit, right? This is some really, because I mean, low key, like obsessed with the show Nip Tuck back in the day.
Oh, yeah. Loved so it. Fun.
Yeah, it's such a great show.
The best.
Oh, dude, such a great show. So, I wanted to watch your stuff and I'm like, okay, cool. This is great content, but I really wanted to see what more you were about, right? And what kind of information you're giving. And I was always so impressed. And then when you threw the Momentum fucking video up, I'm like, I got to comment on this one, dude. I got to connect with this guy right here, because it was just something so satisfying about it. Just like, that's the only thing about general surgery that I loved, was when they were resecting that part. I was like, dude, it's like, oh, this is like my fidget spinner.
Oh,
man. But But no, dude, I think one of the things, and for those that are listening that don't know you, big social media brand, like unbelievable page, great content, great information. Um, but dude, the one thing that hit me really hard was the Kardashian one you did.
Oh yeah.
Holy fuck, dude.
Crazy, right?
Dude, the fact that, like you said, you literally took their faces now and then like chipped away the work to their old faces. I'm like, oh my God, there's hope for me.
Yeah. So that was another
Fuck.
guy's video who did that, and I
Uh-huh.
duetted it because it was so
Okay.
compelling to me. This is one of the issues with plastic surgery too, is the world sees us as these Hollywood surgeons and we're all doing this
Mhm,
absurd stuff to people. And that's just not the reality of what we do for a living. We don't
mhm,
see people like that and do those things to them. There are always going to be bad eggs in the bunch that do that stuff.
mhm,
But man, for all by and large, I'm just taking care of regular people who have regular things they don't like that we're trying to make improved and send them on their way. But
mhm.
that video was really cool because it was interesting to see that people with, with disposable income, what they can do. And I mean, they all pretty much look really different.
No, not like pretty much. Like, I'm sorry if she were sitting right here, I'd be like, Kim, girl, sorry, man.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't the same, you
Yeah. And I mean,
know?
some's
It,
good and some's bad, right? Like, I mean,
yeah.
Kendall, Kylie looks
Mhm.
amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
Chloe is like, to
Chloe,
me, the biggest change.
dude, it was funny because I was sitting there one day and I was like looking, I was like, wait a second, is Chloe the hot one now? Like, what the fuck happened?
It's
You know,
crazy. Her
I've
transformation is
always I've
insane.
always been very contradictory to the which ones I thought was the best looking one. I was always a Courtney fan.
Yeah. Courtney's definitely, I mean, they're all pretty girls. They
Yeah.
really are. Kendall is, I think, the most naturally beautiful,
Yeah.
probably
Hmm.
the
Yeah.
supermodel.
Yeah.
But they all, they get so much crap, and it's fine. Like that comes with the territory of being who they are. But
Mm.
whatever.
You ain't lying there, dude. And you're in that public eye. People are gonna
Yeah,
come at you. It doesn't
gonna get
matter.
crushed.
It's probably gonna be us one day.
Oh
Like
yeah,
we might
for
be getting
sure.
crushed one day. They'll probably use this video against us.
Yeah. When we become billionaires, I'm
Hmm.
trying to figure out what my billionaire idea is going to be.
Let me in on it, man. Like I'm down. Let's go be billionaires together.
Need to
Let's make
invent
something.
something.
Like invent, yeah, like a new implant.
So did
That's
you
like
see what I put on my stories about a week or two ago? I asked people if you were a billionaire, indisposable income, like all the money in the world, like what would be your one thing you would do to better the planet? Like what
I
would
didn't
be
see
your
that
journey?
one. What were some of the responses? What would me? Oh God. Oh dude, that's a great fucking
Like,
question.
that's what I said. Like after you buy the cars and you have the house and all the stuff that you have too much of that you'll never enjoy like you think you will anyway, and pay all the bills, when it's all left, like, is there a passion you have or like, man, I would want to do blah for the planet?
I'm big into baseball. Like I'm a baseball guy. So I would
Love
want to do
baseball.
something for inner city or, international athletes that don't have baseballs, that don't have anything, or even spin off into, you know, youth outreach that are experimenting with drugs and don't really understand what it's laced with nowadays with
Yeah,
fentanyl and all that kind of shit. Like I'm always moved to the service acts with the youth. Like for me, I would do something with teens for
I
sure.
agree. And I was very overwhelmed at all of the DMs and messages that people sent me. Most were centered around what they would do for other people before they did something for themselves, which I
Yeah.
thought was like faith in humanity. Like people were, and even if it was like I would build pet shelters and I would rescue horses and I would build this for homeless people, and I
Mm,
was getting all kinds of really cool, crazy stuff from people that I think were being very genuine about. I would set my family up, I would make sure all my family was taken care of, and then I would go save horses and build a farm. Like it was really cool. And it was really intriguing to hear people say that, because I always say that I think one of the coolest things about being filthy rich would be to write $1 million checks and to build things to help people. Like it
yeah.
would be so cool to stroke checks like that and just do so much good for the people around us.
Man, now that you're talking about it, it would be really cool because I know how hard this podcast, I know how hard the social media grind is, and we can talk about the social media grind because that's one of your talking points. But I look at it and I'm like, man, what would I give to have $1 billion so I could find that male or female that is so good at what they do, but nobody knows who they are, and just go here because nobody did it for me.
Right.
Well, what do you want? What do you want out of it? Nothing.
No, nothing in return.
Just here, go build your fucking studio. Go
Yeah.
build your office building. What do you need? What do you want to do? Right? Oh, I want to travel and get on stages. I want to pay to be on so-and-so's podcast. Here, go.
Yep.
Like whatever you want to do. Like, I just think, restoring faith in humanity, I think that's a really genius story. I might even steal it. I'm just going to let you know, because I want to know what my audience is thinking, right? Because the last 3 years, we haven't seen a whole lot of great shit from, people around us. I mean, to be quite honest, like, we have seen some hate, we have seen some bullshit.
Yep.
So it's nice when, we can be recentered back to the core of who we really are at the heart of America, which is we are good people and we want people to be okay.
Totally. I mean, if everyone could have everything they wanted, I'd be so happy. I know that's not realistic in society, but just for people to live healthy, happy lives and everyone to be able to be appreciated and feel loved and to be able to create that would be amazing.
It's funny because on one of my last shows, my buddy Nick Connor was on. We talked about if more people are out there chasing their dreams, eating healthy, working out, chasing the business of their dreams, how much less crime would there be?
Yeah.
I mean, really think about that, man. If there was more people chasing something bigger to help the world, like, we wouldn't have the sex trafficking. We wouldn't have all this other bullshit that's going on.
Yeah.
People are just too fucking bored, dude.
I hope so. I'll say, I think people need to want to do better for themselves. And the problem is so many people were born without the resources that some of us have had the luck. And then some people were born without those resources and are wildly successful too. So a lot of it's the individual, right? The attitude, the not playing the story of the victim in your mind sometimes and turning whatever victimless life you've had into a success. And yeah, let's face it, there are people who are just born into such horrific situations that they're never going to have a chance. Those are the people that I'd want to give a chance to.
Yeah. Those young children that don't have a choice, man.
No clue.
They're just sitting there. The cycle wasn't broken before them.
Yep.
And they're just in this fucked situation.
Totally.
And if you don't help them, they're going to sit there and they're going to be that adult that they're, witnessing right now.
Yep.
That's the thing that scares me, man. And like when my wife and I always talk, she always says, these children didn't ask to be here. We brought them into the world. It's our job to make sure that we give them everything they need to be great adults.
Yep.
Man, being a parent's hard, man.
And imagine not being able to do that for your kid. Those are the checks I want to write.
Yeah.
I mean, we do things to help people at the level we're at now that we can. But I just, man, if I was a billionaire or multimillionaire, it would be fun to stroke some of those big checks.
Where's the first place you would go to find a place to stroke a check? What country?
To do good?
Yeah.
USA.
Okay.
We got to take care of our country, man.
You're damn right.
And I think everyone deserves to be taken care of, but I think we need to focus more in America on taking care of Americans. There's not enough focus on that.
Yeah, bro. I've never seen, it's just so funny. Like, everybody hates each other. It doesn't matter. I've never seen it before. And it started 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
It's almost like you can't do anything right by the other person.
I think the system is pitting us all against each other. Andy talks about it all the time.
Yeah.
But we both love Andy.
Yeah.
And I really, the guy speaks so much freaking truth, and that's why I love him. And sometimes when I post his stuff, people are like, he's a racist. He's a this, he's a that. I'm like, no, he's not. Like, you don't know him. Come on.
That's like the biggest fucking cop out. Yeah.
The guy is right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaks a lot of truth.
He's far from a racist.
Yeah. No.
I mean, far from a bigot, far from a racist. The furthest from anything that people can say derogatory about him. The thing about Andy that pisses people off is he makes sense. He's right, and it fucking pisses them off.
Yeah. And he's right. He says in his podcast all the time, like, I called this 3 years ago, and he's right. I mean, he is right on so many levels. And that's why I love listening to him talk, because he is so right.
Dude, I love his brand. I mean, I love First Form. You know, we were talking about it the other day on, messaging back and forth.
Yeah,
We got to get out to Summer Smash next year together. Like,
definitely.
I'm gonna be there for sure. Like, we got to find a way to get your ass out there.
Yeah, I
And
want to meet those
we can mix
guys
it up.
because I know a couple people who are First Form athletes, and
Mm-hmm.
I would love to go out and meet those guys. I message with Sal now and again. You know, his wife
Oh
is
yeah,
a nurse injector,
that's
and
cool.
back during COVID, I messaged a couple times, and he actually answered, and I was like, "Wow, this guy's awesome." You know, baseball player, so I love
Mm-hmm.
baseball. I played baseball just like you, and just such a good dude, man.
Yeah,
And it's just
yeah.
nice to have conversations with him about stuff. I'm thinking about doing Arte.
I've been thinking about that for a very long time.
Yeah,
We might have to talk offline about that
for
one
sure.
because I've really thought about it because they do so many cool events in person
Yeah,
to where, you can meet all these people, and be influenced by them and really just pour into each other because, imagine, 500 men and women just like us that want to do good in the fucking world in one goddamn room.
love it. And Ed
That's
Milet,
pretty cool.
what a
Oh,
guy.
dude, Ed Milet, he's the man.
I know.
That guy's awesome.
He is.
That guy is genuine as they come,
Totally.
so
I messaged him like 4 years ago. I was like, I'm gonna be on your podcast one day, so I got to figure out how to make that happen.
what did he say something?
He didn't respond to that, but I will tell you, I messaged him once about something, and he messaged me back,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, oh, that couldn't have been him. And I was like, well, if that's you, I really appreciate it, man. And he voice messaged me back, you know, that deep voice.
Yeah.
It really is me, brother.
You got a voice message? I got a voice message one time too. It was really fucking cool. I was asking him to be on my show, and he's like, "Hey, brother, I got something that you're really gonna love. Here it is." And I was like waiting for it, and then it was a link to his book. Oh, come on, Ed. Still waiting on that. Yes.
Well,
I'm
there's
still waiting on the yes.
those guys are probably hit up so
Yep.
hard for that
Yep.
stuff that I'm like,
Yeah.
why would they have me on their show? I don't know.
No, there's like it was just for me to have them on mine, but I think there's like an underground PR specialist that you
Oh,
probably
yeah.
need to get with in order to truly be considered. And but dude, no doubt I'm sure you'll be on a show one day.
Yeah.
I mean, brother, let's talk about your brand a little bit, okay? I mean,
Yeah.
I know plastic surgeon, double board certified, all that kind of good stuff, but when you started making your content for social media, what was the ramp up like for you as far as making the content, seeing that it was hitting people and sticking, and then your growth? What did that look like to you?
So it's changed tremendously over time. Early on Instagram, I know what the hell I was doing. I had a YouTube page back in I don't know, 2010 or something or earlier, and I never did anything with it. And Instagram, I wasn't really doing much with that either. And then I had to have back surgery in 2016. And that's when I started paying attention to other people's stuff. And I was like, man, I really need to start getting on this. I had someone in my office who was just posting like quotes and stuff, So I took that over and started posting, and that's when it was all still posts. And I kind of built sort of, and then what happened is when TikTok came along and short form video hit, that is so much more my jam. I really enjoy putting together videos and telling stories. So I bailed on Instagram because I was so frustrated by the lack of growth there, and started posting videos on TikTok and grew that account to over 7 million. And then I realized oh man, yeah, I'm like 7.8 million there. But at the time that I got on there in 2019, we could show surgery and we could teach about a tummy tuck and here's how you sew the muscles together. And people were just intrigued and fascinated by that content. And now they've totally taken graphic content off the table. So I can't show that stuff. So my page really slowed down tremendously a couple of years ago. But just being able to tell those stories, and my whole goal with social media was to show people what I do for a living, be authentic and real, entertain them a little bit, show them my life at home with my kids like I'm a regular guy, and just let that do its job. And so slowly over time, my content's just evolved into this more educational type of videos and things like that. And I'm still, believe it or not, you'd laugh when I tell you this, I don't love what I'm posting sometimes right now. I'm like, I really could be posting more of this. I should be doing more nutrition. I should be showing more of me in the gym and talking about health and wellness. Like, I'm constantly on myself about not posting good enough quality stuff, believe it or not.
Dude, this is funny. I mean, not in a comical sense, but I go through the same thing, Rick. Like, quite honestly. I have so many people messaging me, calling me like, bro, your videos, thank you so much for everything you're doing. I'm like, fuck, I haven't seen a like or a comment or fucking anything or a share, or like, what the fuck? Like, you're listening, you're watching. It's like, so when that happens as a creator, I go, okay, it's not hitting, like it's not making an impact on people. Whereas, you know, different types of content like fitness, plastic surgery, I think it grows a little bit quicker than just some asshole like myself on a mic talking. Clearly,
No.
but I don't know. I don't know the deal, but what I do know is I'm constantly evaluating my stuff and be like, all right, dude, where's your fucking level up, bro? Like, you got to level up, and you got to level up soon.
Yeah.
And until I figure it out, you know, we're gonna continue to spin our wheels here.
Yeah.
But I can appreciate that.
It's hard, dude. I think there's always this dichotomy of wanting to produce content and get in front of more people, which means getting more views, which means, you know, hopefully having some of the virality type videos, kind of mixed with, I just want to post what I want to post and not try to have material do that. And so I'm constantly trying to tell myself, you know, post stuff that you enjoy posting. And even though some of the things that I post are these eye-catching videos, it's because there's a topic there that I want to discuss. But the video is capturing people really quickly so I can bring them in and then teach them about what they're seeing. So that's why sometimes you see me posting these little crazy videos in the beginning, is I'm just trying to draw people in. That's my hook. Now I'm always trying to figure out new hooks and how to do it, but there's always the dichotomy. And I think it's impossible to be on social media and not care about views and the follows and the likes, because at the end of the day, I always say this to people, I want to grow my account as big as I can so I can spread my message to as many people as I can. That's the only reason I care about having a big platform.
Yeah.
And it can be a battle in our own brain sometime.
You know, it's funny because you have a lot of people out there that say it's not about the likes, it's not about this, it's not about that. I always like to go, then what the fuck are you doing it for? Like,
Right.
If you don't care if anybody sees your content, then
Right.
why are you doing it? Like, you're full of fucking shit.
Yep.
Be honest. Be honest. Don't sit there and say like, no, it's cool. Like, it's for me. No, it ain't fucking for you.
Yeah. All of us in business care. If you don't care about your views, then you're what's your purpose? So even if my purpose is to educate, entertain, and inspire, which is my goal, I still need to figure out how to craft those videos so they reach people. So if I want to teach people about how to not get botched and not choose a bad plastic surgeon, I need to figure out how to get videos that reach more people. So there is this battle between trying to pick videos that you know are going to capture people's attention and get the likes and things like that, so that you can be in front of more people. But at the end of the day, it's not the end all be all. And I realize there is a level there where you have to be very careful, because you can mentally be very unhealthy if that's all you care about.
Oh, dude. I mean, there was a point in time, and I've been very open and public about this. I took about a 5-month break from even filming a show. Like, because I was getting so frustrated on how slow the show was growing. And I'm not talking like, I'm not an instant gratification type person. I don't need something right now. But I was looking at it, I'm like, wait a second. Like, something's wrong. Something's wrong. I'm not filtering it the right way. I'm getting really frustrated. I was like, I'm backing the fuck off. Like, because I wanted more time with my family. And what was happening was I wasn't present when I was with them, because I was so worried about, why am I not growing so much? Like, my downloads are down. It's like, when the fuck did I minimize my self-worth to a download?
You want to know the times I grow the most? When I go through my phases of, I don't give a shit how any of these posts do. I'm just posting the crap that I like posting. I always post what I like posting, but like when I post them, and I go through time periods where I'm like, I really don't care if it gets any views or not. And that's when like they all start to take off and they all start to grow and they all, you know, you get visibility. But again, at the end of the day, for me, the goal is to have as big of an audience as I can so that I can supply them with as much good information as possible that they can then share with their friends.
Dude, I think it's awesome. Like, I always tell my wife, she goes, you know, like, ultimately in medical, if you were to stay in medical, what would you want to do? I'm like, dude, I want to be in plastics. Like, I mean, that is the most fun I've ever had.
It's fun.
Bro, those surgery centers, like, and here's the thing, I don't know what it is. I mean, yeah, are there some asshole docs? Yes. But I'm going to tell you something, dude. Like being in the OR, the main OR, that's where you encounter the assholes. Like it is a culture that you do not want to be around
It's
very
tough.
long term. I'm sorry, don't care who hears it. It's the reality of it. It's like
Yep.
you walk into work and you're like, fuck, everybody's pissed already. It's 7 a.m. It's like this is horrible. But
Not my room, baby.
no,
They're
God, in
excited to
plastics,
show up to my
bro,
room.
I need to fly my ass out there.
We have
Like,
so much fun. Like, obviously we're professional and it's serious, but I mean,
sure.
people who aren't in healthcare can't understand that we have to joke around and laugh and have
Yeah.
fun, or the seriousness takes over our lives. But when it's go time to work, we're focused, but there's a lot of downtime where we're giggling and laughing in surgery and telling jokes and, some conversation. And it's really fun when I used to go to the surgery center for a lot of my reconstructive work, and people would be like, yeah, I was fighting to get in your room today. And I'm like, awesome. I can't wait to have you today, Susan. I'm excited. It's really fun when you are thought of as someone who's not only a good surgeon, but someone that I want to be in your room because we enjoy the time that we have in there versus just the toxic, crazy, insane surgeons that are out there.
They're out there, man. They are out there. And I'll tell you, like, I can appreciate what you're saying because, like, those times where I was in those rooms, at the surgery centers, because I was also at one point, one of my main products was a smoke pen.
Mm-hmm.
And so the smoke, removing the smoke plume, right, from the surgical site, it was awesome. So I was like, oh, there's my hook. I'm going to go to plastic surgery cases. The problem was with the company I was with, that wasn't like that wasn't the spear, the tip of the spear, right? So like I could go do smoke. It was an initiative, but if I was sitting in plastic surgery cases 5 days a week, I probably would have been fired. But no, it was a lot of that, right? The surgeons were serious, but in the downtime, they were very collaborative. They were fun. Hey, Sean, what do you think about this? Here's the before pic, right?
Yeah.
And what do you think now? Is everything symmetrical? Like, I'm like, well, to me, yes. I mean, I don't know though, but they were so inclusive, right? And it was so much damn fun.
Oh yeah. People should appreciate this. When I'm in a case doing a breast surgery, whether it's a reconstructive or cosmetic surgery, we always sit them up to look and see how everything looks together.
Yeah.
I have the anesthesiologist come look, the nurses come look. I'm asking everybody like, hey, the left looks a little bit bigger than the right to me, or that nipple's a little higher versus lower. Like, what do you see? And they tell me, and I like literally enjoy and appreciate their feedback because sometimes they see something I may not see.
Yeah.
And it's really collaborative and fun in that way.
It's true, man. It's the most fun I've ever had in an OR. Those surgery centers are a freaking blast, dude.
Yeah, they're fun.
They're fun. How long does it take you to build out one of those videos that you put out?
It depends. If I'm doing like a reaction type video, I've gotten good enough to put those together and put those together in 5 to 10 minutes. Some of the ones that are more complex where I'm really getting background pictures behind me and explaining. When I do a lot of the editing, I edit in CapCut. And when I do a lot of my own editing where I'm having noises come in and words fly in and fly out, those can take me 30 minutes or so to put together.
Yeah.
But I've tried and I've gotten good at finding videos that I know will have a good message that I can maybe duet or react to it really quickly, do a little quick edits to it and put it up. But I'm looking to change that. I really want to find a group that can help me record more volume so I don't have to record day to day. Because sometimes I'll record 3 or 4 in a day and have them stacked up, but I don't have like 20 ready to go. But man, I'm telling you, once you really get into video editing, and I swear in a second life, I should be an editor. Like I enjoy trying to put the cinematography together, but I just don't have the time to do it the way that I would want to do it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have the time either, between the medical job and the show and then, all that kind of, the content. It's just like, dude, like I'm to a point where I need someone that can come in and we do content one day and we have it out for the month.
Yep.
Right. And then they cut it up, they mess around with it and I post it.
I'll tell you what's changed the game. All the templates you can use now. Have you seen all the different templates? So
in
on
CapCut, right?
Yeah, CapCut, Video Leap. I don't know, a couple of the other apps. You know how like when you're on TikTok and it says use this template below?
Yeah.
If you tap on that, it takes you into CapCut. Now what they have are creators who know how to edit have pages where they post templates for different types of videos. So it might be a 20-second video where you need to put a 0.3 second clip, a 0.4 second clip, a 1 second clip, a 2.2 second clip. You throw them all in there and it puts it to the music and choreographs it exactly like their post was. And you can literally plug and play your own clips into some sick videos.
No shit.
Oh, dude, it's a game changer. And people need to hear this. If you go to CapCut and you go to the templates button, you can just type in fitness and you'll get 50 fitness people who've put together different templates from videos they've posted on fitness to the music and all that stuff. Or to like, do you remember the one I posted last week with Andy Frisell in the background? And that might be the one you commented on. That was a template. I plugged my own videos into that template.
What the fuck?
Dude, it's insane. It's a game changer. I'm telling you. So people can be amazing creators now without actually having to go in and do all of the editing themselves. All they really need to do is to find the video that they want, what part of that video fits into the time clips that they want, and you just plug and play, and then you can hit preview and it'll play it back for you. And let's say one of your clips is a little bit off, you can hit edit and slide the bar forward or backward to catch a different part of the video and just use that one segment and you're good to go. And then you just export it and post it.
Fuck. Hey, creators, did you hear that?
It's amazing.
Did you hear that? Like literally giving us information.
CapCut is one of the most legit apps that I've ever used. And it is truly, you can do cinematic style videos on CapCut if you know what you're doing.
Do you use the desktop version like or do you using the phone?
I use my phone mostly just because normally my stuff is on my phone and that's where I edit it, and I'd have to export it, do it there, bring it back to my phone. But I do have the on my computer version of CapCut. I just haven't really used it that much.
I'm gonna have to dive into it more. Like I'll do like my podcast videos, like on my clips. Like, so we'll have a clip, right? My guy will do a clip and I'll do just the captions. So I might try to do something really fucking cool with ours.
Yeah, man, do it. Just go in there and type in the search bar different things, like type in podcasting or podcast. And you'll probably get a bunch of different podcast style videos that people have used in the past. And you can just plug and play some of your content. It's awesome.
That's cool, man. That's cool. Because like to your point earlier is like sometimes you're not liking what you're doing. I'm like, wait a second, this video is boring. Like the content's good, but like something is missing.
Yep.
Like I want a little bit more of the level up here, but I don't want to, succumb to all the trolls on the request box. Like, man, I can get you 1 billion views.
Oh God, I
just need my
captions. Block all of those.
It's
like I am so over that crap.
It's so funny because like I always this is my response to him. Like, wait a second. So you want me to pay you $90 a video or $14 a video or $25 a video to get the same amount of views? What the fuck? Like, no, I'm not going to do that. I
will never pay for followers or views. I just, I can't, as much as you want a big audience, to me, you can tell there are ways to tell the pages that are doing that. It's
well, dude, like early on, I got caught up in that. Not all mine are like that, but like, dude, early on, I was like, oh, this is what we're doing. Oh, this is what we do. Yep. This is what we do. And I realized real quickly, I'm like, what the fuck? This is bad.
Yeah,
this is really bad. And then I never did it again. But like these video editors, they talk about like how their edits are going to get you more views. It's going to be seen more because it's high quality. Like I just hope people that are listening, that are in the social media game, just like you and I are, Ricky, that they really realize that you're going to be seen based on the merit of your own content.
Yep.
And you can throw edits out, you can throw all that shit, but like save your money and do it yourself. I'm doing my own editing now because I'm not going to burn all this money if there's zero ROI.
Yeah.
Right. Like live and die by my own sword.
I think the only place that it has value is if you're trying to produce a lot of high quality content and you find someone that you trust who's an editor, that you can feed them the raw footage and they understand your style and what you're trying to get after and you get to review it. There's great value in that, because I'll tell you, I will not be able to keep up the pace that I am now forever. I get burned out, and I really, really, truly am trying to find someone, and I may have already, who can help me kind of do the videos that I like to make the way that I like to make them, but they're going to edit it all and they're going to get it all ready.
And they'll probably be local too.
Oh yeah, they're local.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's the difference, right? Like, absolutely. There's somebody here that my buddy who's a fitness influencer, he does a great job. He uses, like, that's going to be the play for me.
Yep.
We're actually going to do some stuff together.
That's cool.
And that's going to be really cool. But
because you want it to be authentic, like it's you, right? Like they're editing, but it's got to be you and who you are. So that's really important to me. But man, I want to next level my game. Like I'm trying to figure out what's my next play, what style. I need to add some different content to what I'm doing. And I just want to keep people engaged and not give them the same old stuff all the time.
Well, dude, I can tell you that your content is educational. It is value. It is so much value, and I love it. I love all of it. So keep doing it, man.
Thanks,
keep doing it, and find ways to level up. And we got to land the plane here because I got to get to a good old baseball meeting. But dude, it's been super cool. Hang out a little bit after I stop the recording. But man, I just appreciate your time. And man, it's been really cool catching up with you and having this conversation and giving the audience a ton of value on multiple subjects. And I feel a friendship, man. I feel a friendship being born. So it's fucking
I'm an
dope.
open book, man. If anyone has any questions, just DM me, and Instagram is my main communication modality. I try to get into my DMs there, but just trying to help people not get messed up in my field.
Exactly. If any of you guys want to know what he's talking about, there's a show called Botch, and there's some, some plastic surgeons that just fuck people up. He's not that guy. He's out there to educate people so that doesn't happen to them or their loved ones. So with that being said, guys, thank you for listening. Share the show with your friends. Hit subscribe. Leave a 5-star review with a written review, comments. We want to hear them. And let us know if you have any questions about the show. We'd love to respond. Check you guys later.
Rinse takes your laundry and hand-delivers it to your door, expertly cleaned and folded, so you could take the time once spent folding and sorting and waiting to finally pursue a whole new version of you. Like Tea Time You. Or this Tea Time You. Or even this Tea Time You.
Said you hear about Dave?
Or even Tea Time You.
So update on Dave.
It's up to you. We'll take the laundry. Rinse. It's time to be great.